Hello, Knights fans. I'm Mike Balestra, the Director of Athletic Communications at Queens College. This unfamiliar face is the new women's lacrosse coach, Todd Kaiser. Today we're going to preview the women's lacrosse team. Todd, thanks for being here. Let's look at your background real quick. You were a varsity letterman at Quinnipiac, and then you're coaching. You coached the women at Adelphi. Just what did you learn as a player and as an assistant that you'll bring with you to Queens?
My playing days back at Quinnipiac, really taught me a lot. Just dealing with adversity and, lots of teammates, coaches. So, definitely learned a lot there. The last 2 years at Adelphi were great. Had a lot of success. I learned a lot from the head coach over there, Rob Grella. It was really good getting to work underneath him, for the last 2 years, and it, kind of set me up. And, I'm ready to, take on the head coach, title.
Well, speaking of that, what our fans obviously haven't seen you play yet, but what can they expect from a Todd Kaiser coach team?
A very efficient team, offensively, defensively. We're gonna try and get everybody involved. Not just focus on one or two players. It's full 11 on the field players, and with the goalie, the 12. So everyone's involved. Efficient style of play, nice and patient. Just so we can be as successful as possible.
Cool. Well, based on that. Let's take a look, back at last year. You kind of entered a situation where I think you only had 4 returning players. What are some of the things you've had to deal with and overcome, and what are your thoughts about all that?
Definitely a lot of new faces on this team. Like you said, only 4 returners coming back. So a lot of new kids. They're really meshing together. Great. On the field, off the field. They're a unit.
Great.
They're always together. So we're getting better every day. That's all I can ask for. Working hard. Getting better and constantly competing with each other, and then hopefully once the season starts we're get the ball rolling and take it one game at a time.
Cool. Now let's specifically look at some of those returning players. I think the first person you have to mention is on attack, the all-conference returnee Taylor Martello. What do you see in her, and what do you think? What are your expectations for her for this year?
A lot of expectations for Taylor. She really sets the tone every single day at practice. Everyone's really looking up to her. We're going to lean on her a lot, but like I said, everyone's going to get involved. But day to day, she sets the tone, and she's really the backbone of the team.
And I think another key returnee, and also an all-conference player, is the lady between the pipes for you, your goalie Callie Evans. What do you see in her that you like?
Again, another phenomenal player. I think she's one of the better goalies in Division II. I'm going to rely on her too. She's going to have to make some big plays this year. She's going to really be the key to our success. Saving the ball and then clearing it out, getting it back down to our offense.
And I think two other returnees worth mentioning are Christy Lynn Reynolds and Carly Cherico. Carly, who's from Long Island, was a freshman last year, sophomore this year. She had some real moments last year. What do you expect from her this year?
I expect a lot out of her too. Last year she was predominantly used on the defensive end. But I'm going to look for her to be a solid two-way midfielder for me. Defensively, she's strong, like I was saying, but offensively, I'm really going to have to rely on her, and to really kind of step it up and take control out there.
Okay, and then finally, senior Christy Lynn Reynolds, who saw time at defense and in the midfield last year. What do you see in her? What are you expecting from her?
Just like Carly, going to expect a lot out of her defensively and offensively. Another kid that I need to be, a solid two-way midi for me this year. She battled some injuries in the fall, but like everyone else, adversity is nothing new to us.
Sure.
Just got to keep getting better every day, keep working hard, and we're taking it one day at a time, one game at a time, and we're going to be successful this year.
Terrific.
It's going to be a fun year.
Now for the newcomers, you've gotten a chance to mesh and to see them in practice and off the field. What do you see from them that kind of rings a bell or stands out in your mind?
I got a few transfers that came in. They're going to make an impact right away. Like I said earlier, they really are meshing well with the girls that were already here. It's one cohesive unit here, not just one or two players. So all the newcomers, all the new faces, are definitely settling in nice. And it's going to be a fun year.
Terrific. Now, Adelphi, obviously, Northeast 10 team. You were there. You come to a team in the East Coast Conference. What are your thoughts about the East Coast Conference overall as a lacrosse conference, and how Queens fits into that?
A great conference. Very familiar with it as we played a bunch of the ECC teams the last couple of years. But obviously opposed to win the last 2 national championships. You got Dowling, who's always a top 10 team. Malloy's up there, Mercy, Stack, a few others. So we'll definitely be in the mix. Come ECC tournament time, and that's one of our goals, and I expect that that our girls are going to keep working hard to to achieve that.
Now, you just mentioned that was one of your goals. At the end of the season, what would it take for you to look back and say, you know what, this was a successful year?
Again, we're getting better every day. All I can ask right now is come to practice ready to work. Improve every day. Set little goals for yourself. Don't think of the big picture, but also look at the little things. Because if you can, if you get the little things done, the big picture will take care of itself. So, I'll look back and say that we got better every day, and reach the ECC tournament and go on and win that and head to the NCAA tournament, and that'll be a successful year. But like I said, it's one day at a time. We're not going to get ahead of ourselves. We're going to go from there.
Cool. Well, best of luck this season.
Thank you.
Thanks for being here. That was women's lacrosse coach Todd Kaiser. To keep up with the lacrosse team and all the other teams, please log on to www.queensknights.com.